Yes, people, and welcome back to Chelski TV, What's Going On podcast. Please hit that like button, smash that like button, subscribe and share if you are new. And we have got a show for you today or tonight. Lots to talk about concerning the weekend that's just gone. Monday Night Football, mate. This is one subject that we need to be talking about tonight. Hopefully, we'll have a full house tonight. We've got a couple of people in the green room waiting to come on. I'm hoping that Ez will get himself on here as quick as possible, and let's get this show rocking. But please, guys, as I say, hit that like button, subscribe and share if you're new on the way to 300. So without further ado, I'm not going to talk too much. As I say, there's Champions League games on tonight, and I want to go and watch my team qualify. Right, so let's do this. So first of all, let me go on Big D. Mr. JP and Mr. Chili. What are you saying, Chill? People.
Yes, sir.
Welcome. And how is everybody? I'm gonna do the thing and go around the table quickly and say hi. Find out how your weekend has gone. For some, it might have been really nice. For others, a little bit peak. You know what I mean? So let me first of all start off with Big D. What you saying, bro?
Yeah, man. Well, I'm still Glazers out.
You know what I mean?
And I'm probably gonna have to get used to Radcliffe. Apart from that, I'm all right, mate. I had a scrappy win, but yeah, I'm all good, bro.
Cool. It's good to hear that. JP, just coming back from your holes. A nice break, vacation away from the hustle and bustle of England, Manchester United, you name it. How you doing, mate?
I tell you what, it was good, man. I was sunning myself in Bali, and I didn't have to think about the dire performances of my team. Well, I did think about it, but I didn't have to watch it. But other than that, I'm good. I like the fact you can watch live football on the aeroplane now. I did
that when I went to Australia. I watched our Champions League game. I remember if it was a Champions League game. I can't remember.
No, you were the Champions.
No, it wasn't a Champions League game. It was a Europa League game. Yeah,
we know it wasn't a Champions League game.
I know that was last year. No, all right, apologies. Yeah?
What's the chili there, boy?
Chili's a little bit tetchy tonight. I don't know why, but
where did you go in Australia? Where did you go in Australia, Norms?
I went to Kalayana and Sydney, but most of the time I was spelling Kalangeda. That's how they pronounce it.
Do you like it? You like it?
Yeah, it's nice. Oh yeah, I'll go again. It's just, the only thing is the plane ride is long. It's long, bro. And we had a stopover in Dubai for a couple of hours, and then it was like 7 to 8 hours to Dubai, and then another 14 hours from Dubai to Australia.
You know, it's just because Australia's never been on my radar of like a place I want to go. But being in Bali, it's just, I was saying to Norman in the green room, it's full of Australians because it's so close for them.
Close, yeah.
So they all said, "Oh, you gotta come to ours. You gotta come to ours," with my poor Australian accent there. And so, and half of them are English. It's like
Junior, what's name, bro?
Yeah, Junior.
Moved there in the 70s.
Yes, Junior. Big up, man, like Junior.
Junior.
So Australia, I recommend it, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
Definitely a place to go and get acquainted with. Where we stayed was about 10 miles from where they did Get Me Out of Here. I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. And we met one of the producers who used to produce the show, because we attended a wedding, and as part of the wedding, you know what I mean, we did our holidays at the same time. As we was talking with this guy, and he said, like, you know, he met a few characters, including Elvis, what's his name? Not Elvis, Sylvester Stallone. Mum. Yeah.
Jackie Stallone.
I don't know why Elvis coming to my head. I don't know what that was all about.
Do you see much brothers out there?
Do you know what? Surprisingly enough, yeah. No. I mean, when we first went, you know, it was like, come on, wait, spot the black, like kind of thing. But after a while, we bumped into a guy. I mean, I'm not saying that's typically what we do. You know, he was a security guard. You know what I mean? But no, he's loving it. He said he's been out there a good few years. He loves it. But yeah, no, we saw a few people out there. You know what I mean? But, you know, I mean, to the Gold Coast. So we was like at the Gold Coast and that. But if you go into Sydney, you find a lot more people of colour in Sydney. Yeah, definitely find a lot more people of colour in Sydney. And but yeah, it's great that you've had a good, refreshing time out in Bali, and now you're back in the cold, cold country of England, and looking forward to Christmas, you know, and everything else. And your team is giving you palpitations and all of that. So yeah, it is what it is. Let me move on to the I was going to say chicken on the top of the ball, but he's now open up his camera. So Chili, we say, man.
Yeah, I'm good.
How you doing?
Enjoyed the weekend. Yeah,
really?
Watching Newcastle, top team, get in there, the Toon Army. What can I say?
Okay. Oh, what, you're a Newcastle fan now, yeah?
No. Tottenham till I die, mate. Tottenham till I die.
Oh boy, yeah. Boy,
Apart from last season.
Apart from last
season. I was on loan, man. You know what I mean? Got the treble and then I come back. What can you lot say to me about trophies now? Maybe D can say something and Jay, but Norman ain't saying nothing.
We won an FA Cup without your shield.
We done the treble, mate.
What? Tottenham?
Yeah, but it's a second treble.
I was City last season, remember?
Oh yeah, sorry. I keep forgetting, man. You're confusing me.
Whenever you do something second, it's always second. It don't really matter. You know what I mean?
So you're saying D, you're the originals, yeah? Is that
we are the originals, man? Exactly right, man. It's a bit like you, man, with the Invincible thing. Like once someone else does it, you man already done it.
Don't do that, D.
It's true though.
I mean, it was great.
Tell me where the lie is, brother.
You were the original, but what? That's not an achievement and a half.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was great. It was great because Tottenham were the Invincibles until Monday gone. So, you know what I mean?
So were Arsenal until Saturday. When was it?
The only unbeaten team. Well, listen. Yeah, but listen, we
were the last team to be beaten. Can't complain. Exactly, you all thought that we were going to be fighting like where Chelsea are. And we're second. Can't complain.
All right, calm down. We will come into your game later on. I'm hoping that you see, Ez had a lot to say, and I can't see where this brother is. Yeah,
that's so Chelsea fans. All I heard some rubbish. Them talking.
Listen, I need you to call him out right now. I need you to call him out right now. Call him out on the show.
Chelsea versus Tottenham. What are they talking about? We don't care about them. We just care about Arsenal. Come back, Chelsea.
Yeah, that's true. You know, it's just a city derby rather than a derby.
But you know, I think for Chelsea fans, it's a really big game against.
No, that's what they were saying. Tottenham. It's the biggest game of the season.
For Chelsea really hate Tottenham. You know?
Yeah, I mean, Ez put it out there on the chat. He said, I think he put. I don't know if it was a voice note he left or a message to basically say, look, you know, Potts was stupid enough to go and say, like, you know, he wouldn't mind going back to Tottenham one day, and Ez is like, you know what, if we lose tonight, I don't care. I'll rather go and lose to Man City and lose 6-0, and I'll still keep Poch. But if we lose he put his life on the line on Monday night. He says if we lose to Tottenham, that's it. Potter, what's the name out? Yeah, Pochettino out. That's it. And lo and behold, the reverse psychology worked, and we're here today to discuss the fallout.
Nothing didn't work for them. They're rubbish. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. Why are you hearing nothing about Chelsea in the press? All you're hearing is about Tottenham. We're loving it. Loving it. Did you hear at the moment? We were down to 9 minutes. In fact, I'm not even going to get into it. I'll wait for Ez.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the only thing I would just say is that the press is gassing up Angie a little bit. You know what I mean? They need to just calm down.
Yeah, because did you see what we did?
Way too much.
Did you see what
he's getting a bit too? No, he's getting a bit too. No,
you've got Arteta that nobody likes. Not even Arsenal fans like him.
Oh, come on, mate. Come on now. Listen, it's not about Arteta tonight. It's about Ange.
Tries to follow Pep is rubbish.
But what did you actually do apart from lose the football game?
We didn't give up on our values. We were attacking. When Liverpool went down to 9 men, what did they do? They put 9 men in their box. Is that what we did?
That's it. Oh, here it is. Okay, we're going to start this conversation now. Let's add this.
You shouldn't do that. How did that work out for them? Did they win the game? Did they draw the game?
How did it work out for you?
You're exactly
the same. So you may as well.
What's going on there?
Big up. Ez is in the house. Listen. It looks like this is going to be the first port of call we're going to talk about tonight.
Listen,
and just before, I'd just like to just give the honor of Ez to if he wants to put on that dark shade, you can do that, Ez, because I understand. Yeah, I understand why you're going to put the dark shades on tonight. You should come. Yeah, come with the fire. And just you had some words for Chile. And the floor is open to you right now.
Do you know what, Chile? I think I've got a lot of what I wanted to say out on the day, yeah, and even the morning after. But big up everyone, man. Where's my manners, man? Jace, long time no see, big man.
Yeah, man, big you up, bro.
Big up everyone. Look. Everyone called me mad last week when I said 2-1 Chelsea. Everyone was like, "What are you doing? Have some respect for yourself. What are you doing, man? You need some points on that on bottom of the table or something, yeah." On the prediction table, and even Chile started laughing at me. What are you doing this? Yeah, and Chile, what was your prediction?
2-1 Tottenham.
2-1 Tottenham. Listen, I can't even get into how the score went in, yeah, but we got a result against unbeaten Spurs, and I don't know what Spurs were playing at because no one told you to get 2 red cards. In fact, both players, both of them, Ndugi and Romero, should have been sent off before the fact. You know,
definitely Ndugi,
and Sterling's lucky he didn't get caught with that. I know he's new to the league, Ndugi, but I don't think that's acceptable anywhere in football. Romero had a little kick. Yeah, there was no harm done, but there was intent. And that's, you know, when VAR's around and you can see that in daylight and replay it, he was asking to get sent off. So both of them eventually got justice and they went off. I don't know what they were playing at. I know it's a derby, Chile, but that's they've sold it. They've sold the game for you there. Chelsea, naive. We are still naive. I was frustrated for, you know, the majority of that match because you lot were playing a different sport or something by playing on the halfway line. And we fell into I was there like it took us 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Took us 20 minutes to get him back in behind successfully and actually score a goal. So Kelly, the only thing I've got for you really is that I'm upset it wasn't 10-1, mate. It should have been.
It should have been. The way we were playing. You should look at the facts. All right, like you say, you don't know why they got sent off. I don't know. Well, I do. They're nutters.
Crazy.
But then we lose Van der Ven, the best defender in the league. Tell me something different.
Stop that.
Who's better? Who's better?
Saliba.
Come on, man. He's been here for 10 games.
Saliba.
Right.
This is just a small sample of him. How can you say
slap?
He hasn't done it. You cannot.
It's Slabhead, Jay, now, isn't it? I'm coming for him. It's
Slabhead's coming up there, mate. Slabhead's coming up. You cannot say for that small sample that Van der Ven is the best defender in the league.
And then we had the best number 10 in the league. We lost him as well. We had Dyer and Højbjerg in centre defence, and we're playing on the halfway line.
Hold on. Maddison is fantastic, yeah? He is. But he once again, 10 game Spurs cannot be putting up there as the best in the league and all of that. Unless you're talking about purely form. Are you saying on form? You can say on form.
Yeah, on form, yeah.
All right, I'll take that. On form.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's been the best over the last how many seasons, or even that he's got to be the best in 2 seasons. But right now, he's the best.
Well, I could tell you now, this Ange guy, he is a class act.
No, you did say that. I'll give you credit for that. You did say that all along, yeah.
He's a class act. I like how he talks. He's not one of them whingers and sorry norms. But
listen. Yeah,
we'll get into that. Yeah. But
pathetic.
Yeah, what Arteta was going on was crazy, but we'll get into that in a bit, yeah. But Ange came out and you know this media try to draw you out, don't they?
Yeah, of course.
What do you think of the refs today, or what do you think of VAR? And Ange didn't buy it. He was just like, well, the decision, and you know, we wanted this in this game, and you know, he completely diffused them. They will probably be a bit baffled.
Because
another reason why it's a class act, as the man said, look, even if we had 5 out there, we're gonna give it a crack. And
that's right.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but that's a little bit that's a little bit naive, though. I mean, and suicidal. Listen,
he's not Norman. I just
hold on a minute. He's not.
You can lock it up shop like Liverpool. Liverpool had their whole defense, and then they put all their midfielders there, and they still lost. So why not go out trying? Did you hear could you hear the Chelsea fans on Monday?
Can I ask a question? Let me ask you a question, right? Let me ask you a question, right? So, do you normally play? Right, with 11 men, do you normally play at the halfway line?
No, because we've got other players that are playing there.
No, so what I'm trying to say is that
it was disrespectful. It
was
norms.
Let me tell you something. This is the. I take my hat off to Tottenham. Right, they play some decent football, but defending this is the mentality of a team that win nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
Nobody goes out with 9 men and says, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play the halfway line. I'm going to go and win the game.
No one does that. Jace. It was a.
Could it have worked though, Jay? Nobody does that, and they end up losing anyway.
No.
So we didn't have a goal disallowed. Son didn't almost score. Bentancur didn't almost score. Of course, come on, be real now. Be real. If you're going to talk sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but Chile almost doesn't mean anything. You lost the game.
Yeah, but then, like I said, we could have put 9 men behind the ball with Dyer and Højbjerg in defence and Emerson playing on the opposite side. Would it have been any better?
If any of our teams here did what your manager done,
we would get crucified.
They'd be getting crucified. They'd be getting crucified for being naive. They'd all be getting crucified for being naive.
Not if you were playing well. We had 9 men pushing Chelsea back. What are you talking about? With 9 men, we were pushing them back.
You conceded 3 goals.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
so
fine.
What's the praise? Where does the praise come from?
Look, Jace, what you don't understand
for not taking the easy option and parking the bus. That's why.
Yeah, but in one game, for one game, Chile. For one game, you can do this. You can just try and walk away with a point.
That's not how we play. That's not how we play. If we lose, we lose.
That's why you're going to win. That's why you're going to win nothing.
Where are you in the league playing like that? Where are Chelsea in the league playing like that? Where are Liverpool in the league playing like that? We've been playing the way we're playing, and we're second. You've been playing that standard football. Let's shut up shop, and you're not even in the top 10. I don't think.
Look. What Ange's done to Chelsea. Yes, we are. What Ange's done to Chelsea was a diss track. He basically said, "Look, I'm going to play my high line, and you're still not going to score." It was a diss track. If it was Man City, you wouldn't do it. I promise you. I know he said if he had 5 men on the pitch, he would still give it a crack. No, not if Haaland was on it.
At least 15-0. They'd conceded 15 goals. They did that against City.
The thing is,
we couldn't do that against City, but we weren't playing City. That's what I'm saying.
So you're basically saying, Chile. Sorry to cut you, Ez. So you're basically saying that Chelsea basically weren't good enough, and you felt that you could. I'm not saying with 9 men, you could possibly get a result.
No, they were obviously good enough. They won the game of football.
No. What I'm saying, the way you're talking is you're saying that with 9 men, you wouldn't do that with Man City, possibly with Arsenal or Man United, but you would do it with Chelsea. And I'm just saying, why would you do it with Chelsea?
Sorry,
same way we would do it with Luton or with Bournemouth.
Let me help out, Chile. With 9 men, Tottenham had the ball in our net twice.
That's
and they
what
missed
I'm
the
saying
sitter
to
as well.
Jason, but
and they missed the sitter twice. If it was
that's what I'm saying.
On another day,
I understand.
On another day, they go 2-2, and Chelsea go back into their shell, and they get something from that game. On another day, because even Son was through on goal, and he was unlucky to not score as well. So I kind of get what Chile's saying, that it's better than sitting back and still getting conceding last minute or something. they went out trying to win the game, and obviously in this case, Chelsea finally got it right. It took them 20 minutes to get it right, but on the other side of that, Jace, I get you. If it's even Liverpool, Man City, or one of the teams that's got some firepower, yeah, even Man United, yeah, I promise if you got clinical strikers that have a brain and IQ, that scoreline's embarrassing. 4-1 doesn't even really.
With your pace, I thought that you were going to score 7, 8, 9 goals. I honestly did.
You don't need tactics to win a game, and the kids weren't experienced enough because you can't prep them to play against 9 men. You can't. So they had to actually use some experience to get in behind that back line that was like, hold on a minute, we're not used to playing behind a line that's this. Because your keeper, anytime you put a ball over the top, your keeper swept it up. Or we got too excited.
Your keeper was the best. Your keeper was the best player on that pitch that night. You know, if you were going to give a man of the match, you'd give it to your keeper, Vicario.
If it finished 1-1, your keeper gets man of the match.
Yeah.
And but you Chile, the other side of this, you won't win a league. If your manager doesn't know how to be defensively astute,
you've got to understand how to shut up shop sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you got to
even the most. Why do you think Newcastle, in their attacking time in what was it, 90
under Kevin Keegan,
under Kevin, why couldn't they win? Because they didn't understand where those times you have to just shut up.
You have to.
There's times you have to say, you know what, I'm going to take a point.
Not when you go down to 9 men. You're going to lose anyway. Give it a go.
No, that's the way you need to try and hold on to what you got. That's where you hold on to it. You say today, if we walk out of here with a point today, we've got a result. Because at the end of the day, right, there's such a thing in our league.
If we shut up shop with that,
I'm not saying
you've got to look at the personnel. You've got to look at the personnel.
Yeah.
If we had Van Dijk, Van der Ven in defence, then I would say that. Look at who we had. You've got to play to your strengths. And Dyer and Højbjerg in defence aren't going to keep Chelsea out. Sterling would have probably scored.
But you're not talking about the most prolific strike force in the Premier League. You're talking about.
Come on, it's Eric Dyer, man. It's Eric Dyer.
To be honest, though,
Jay, hang on. Jay, would you swap Eric Dyer for Slabhead?
No, I wouldn't. Right?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is, Chili, I get your point, but what I'm saying is there's got to be a point where you give it a go with the players you've got and you say, listen, what we're going to try and do is contain this side, right, and walk away. Because you're playing Chelsea as well. Let's be frank, right? Chelsea's not a team pumped with confidence, right, at the moment. Not a team with prolific strikers. Right? So you say what we're going to try and do is contain. If you're playing... Like, I just don't understand because there's such a thing in our league as well called goal difference. Now, let's say you were contesting the title. It came down to goal difference. Those 3 goals you conceded could cost you dearly.
Could have been 9.
Come the end of the season. Now, don't get me wrong, Tottenham won't be in the title hunt. Especially if you keep playing like this, you won't.
We won't be now because we've got no players to play against teams like City.
But the problem, what it is though, Chill, you lose one player in any one of those key players in the positions, and your team is like proper dire. So, and excuse the pun.
You're not talking like I haven't told you this. What did I say to you?
No, I'm not. Yeah, I know.
Hang on. You were saying, say you're on a crest of a wave, and I was saying, no, we've got a good 11. I said, if anything happens, then that's it, and it happened.
But it's always going to happen. It's always going to happen, though, isn't it? To 11, you're never going to go a season in year 11.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. That's why when people saying, "Oh, Tottenham are in
there," but a lot of Tottenham fans though.
I heard idiots saying that we were 5 points clear. Now we're second. What are you talking about? Do you watch football? We were 5 points clear before everyone else had played that weekend. So it's for like 24 hours. Do you know what I mean? It's just.
I mean, listen. Obviously, I've tried to coax it out of you.
I never once said that Tottenham were going to win the league. I did to Ez just to wind him up.
Yeah. I was gonna quickly remind you on that.
I didn't say that. You're the only person I said it to just to wind you up.
This is the same Chile. This is the same Chile that said he'll win the Champions League last season as well.
And you know what? Next season, if we're in Champions League, I'm going to say we're going to win it then as well. Why are you in a competition to say that you're going to lose it? That ain't don't make no sense.
So you'll have a better chance of winning the Champions League than the Premier League. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that any competition we're in, if you ask me at the beginning, I'll say, yeah, we'll win it.
Okay.
On what premise? Just because you're Spurs?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly because of that. And all of you should be like that about your teams. You shouldn't be going into competitions thinking you're going to lose.
I done told man that we're going to win Champions League, innit? But everyone's just laughing at me. So
exactly.
No, you
But
I'd be happy to see Man. If Man United won it, I'd be quite happy. To be fair,
well, Champions League. I think that's quite ambitious with a 20-year-old striker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's not getting any service.
Yeah, you might get Tony in.
No service at all. No. And we still got Anthony in the starting lineup today. Sorry, I'm just looking at the team.
Really?
Oh my God! Why are you not hating on Anthony, man? 85 mil. He's got to be good.
Well, if you listen to his
that's a good question.
If you listen to his press conference, right, he was saying, "Oh, you have to remember that Anthony had a time away from the team after having a good pre-season. No one had a good pre-season. We won one decent game that was against Arsenal, where we were probably a week or two in front of them in preparation and a bit more up for it. After that, our pre-season was a train crash, and that has flowed into the season. There's no coincidence that the pre-season flying all over the place to accommodate them sponsors playing on these crappy pitches is not what we're seeing now. There's no synergy, and even to a point, that second team that he was playing in the pre-season was better than the man's than the original guy. The second team looked way more fluent, keeping the ball better, but that was the bench team he was playing in the second half in most of those pre-season games. So, and he's defending Anthony, saying, "Oh, he's time away from the team, put him back, so we got to be patient with him." What patient? What, a season and a half patient?
Do you remember when we signed Anthony? He scored on his debut against Arsenal, I believe. I think it was 2 games after that. I said to you, D, I'm not sure about this guy. He's got time to prove me wrong. I couldn't see what he did. I couldn't see what he did apart from cutting in and trying to curl the ball, and he's not even doing that at the moment.
No.
So
and
nothing.
I was saying this to my brother. If he cuts back and swings a nice ball in on his left foot, I'm like, okay, he's trying to create for Haaland, but he ain't even doing that. He ain't even doing that. Yeah,
he stops.
He runs, he stops,
and then passes
he looks
backwards.
up, passes it backwards. It's like, bro, it's
Yeah.
almost like he's programmed to do it. Just run down a little bit.
Who would you play instead? Sancho.
Say again?
Listen.
Who would you play instead? Sancho.
Yeah, that's what my question as well. I've got another question as well.
The thing is, I personally would have given Sancho a shout after about 3 games in, but Sancho ain't his man. And as much as Ten Hag can come and give everybody the bits in the press conference, we know that he's blatantly playing this guy regardless of form. And that's why Sancho kicked off. It wasn't about the apology. It was like, hold on, you keep playing this guy over me and then talking about training. How about the game? How about we talk about the game? And he's right, talk about the game. I remember Allen Iverson doing this in the press conference. Jay might remember this back in the day. Allen Iverson got dragged about being late for training. He said, so we're talking about training, not the game. Training, guys. And the press was coming after him. He says, what did I do in the game?
Do you know what?
Carry this lot on my back.
Sometimes the training thing's overrated. Yeah. I'll be honest. I used to be very annoyed in training, and there was guys that were doing minimal and getting picked. But on match day, they came alive. There's a different feeling. In the game. You just can't.
It's a bit like Patrick Vieira's like that.
Yeah, you've got them man that can do the most in training. The Part G sons,
Hazard for you guys.
Oh, Hazard was the worst. John Terry said it. Hazard was the worst training. He used to annoy him. But come match day, he's a different. And you go into a different zen.
It's in every sport, you know. Is it when I played semi-pro basketball? There was a guy. This guy is Jamal Lassalle's uncle. So I ain't gonna call his name out, but Jamal Lassalle's uncle, right? Would come match day. Everybody would get into the town centre, would be on the coach, would be like, where's my man? You're calling his yard now, you know. Oh, no, he's still in bed. We'd drive the coach or the van to his yard to pick him up, and he would still start the game. Get out of here. he would still start the game, and I'd be like, "Nah, coach, nah, I ain't
That
feeling
used
that."
to annoy me. You don't.
It's rubbish, man. It's rubbish.
You kind of have to see. Okay, this is where Ferguson was amazing, yeah, because I was watching the Beckham documentary. Ferguson managed each player not on a universal basis, that in a sense where if he's doing it, Norms must be doing it. It was, well, how can I get the best out of D, and we'll tailor that. And how can I get the best out of Norms, and we'll tailor that. Ez, Jace, Chili, we'll tailor that, and then merge it into a team. And this universal thing where if you don't tick every box, you can't. It kind of doesn't make sense because we're all different.
Yeah.
And that them days are gone. I get some man run a very tight ship, and that's the case. But there comes a point where you go, actually, that's just not going to run to get the best out of this individual. It's just not. It's not going to happen.
But then you should be turning up on time for training.
I agree with that.
That's discipline, and
that's just like basic rule number one. You can't be late. You know what I mean?
But once again, though, guys, you got to imagine Sancho is just come from a fragile mentality place. Yeah, that's why he got sent away to Sweden or wherever it was, and he to recuperate. Yeah, and then he's come out just from recovery and been blasted by the guy that has also helped him out. So that's probably even more cuts even further because like I've got a safe place in you, and you blasted me. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't justify it, but I can understand why that has made him relapse in a way, because it's just like I've just come out of the dark, and now you put me in a bad light. Even if it is true, that's nuts.
Well, I don't even know if it's a relapse. It's more he's got form. He's done this in Man City as well. This is his character.
That's who he is.
This is who he is. He had time issues in City. He had time issues in Dortmund, and he's obviously had time issues at United. But I agree with what you're saying in the sense of what do they say in American sport? They say you treat everybody fairly, but you don't treat everybody equally.
Same. Yeah.
If you have superstars in the team, you do make allowances for your superstars, whether
look at
the rest
Kawhi,
of the team like that or not.
Look at
as long as they're doing it, as long as the superstars are doing it, then
exactly.
And
I'll be honest with you, if you look at that, this is why now Rashford's taking a little bit of a heat, because in the summer we gave him
a little bit.
No, I'm just saying we gave him megastar money, and for whatever reason, he's not performing. Now people are saying, we broke up with this girl, but that was a while ago. And he looked happy in America when him, Sancho, Malacia, and Saka was out partying in LA. Nobody was saying, "Oh, poor Rashi." He was with a supermodel out there, Norms. He's out there with a supermodel, blatantly taking her back to his 5-star deluxe hotel or suite.
You've dropped Anthony, by the way.
I just noticed that. I was looking at the wrong team. Yeah, he's out.
Yeah. What the thing is,
we're not going to like this, D. Garnacho starts. You're not going to like that.
And the thing is, I don't know how Jason feels about that, but I think I said last week, Garnacho is better for now as an impact player. I don't like when he starts.
I think every United fan in the world can see that's the case.
Yeah, he's an impact guy.
He does nothing from the starting line.
And there is a difference. There is a difference between starting a game and coming on. I actually think it is. Depending on what point in the game, but it is easier to come on because you can get told where you could impact a game compared to at the beginning of the game.
Especially with his pace,
especially as a winger. Definitely as a winger. That statement is 100% correct.
Absolutely.
Because Jay, here's a crazy thought, and I think I said it last week or the week before. Like that even though he's not a United fan, we should still persuade Ivan Toney to come to us, right? And play Toney obviously through the middle, and I would put Haaland on the left, a bit like what Liverpool do with Salah, and that way he's allowed to get on the ball.
Nunes? You mean Darwin? With Darwin?
No. How Liverpool do with Mo Salah? Very rarely Mo plays through the middle. He always plays off the left. I would play left-footed Haaland on the right wing, and Toney through the middle, and then Rashford and whoever can fight over the left wing. Whether it be Martial, because Martial's here, I reckon, for the remainder of the season, Jay, unfortunately. And that's what it would do. But it all depends what happens with with the money that
Tony's not covering. Tony's not covering. They want 100 million for Tony, don't they?
Yeah, no, that can't run. And the only one that's foolish enough to pay is Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah.
Yeah.
And Chelsea.
The thing is, though, that's how much players are costing now. You know what I mean?
But they're only costing that because they know people.
What did he get last season? 20 plus goals in the Premier League. He's going to be 100 mil. Jack Grealish didn't get anywhere near that, and he went for 100.
If people stop paying them big fees, clubs would have no choice but to lower their prices.
Just to lower the prices, you're right.
The truth
But
is,
there's always going to be a Chelsea that's going to go and do it, or a Man City who can afford it easily. They're going to do it.
Even City,
City are very, as mad as it sounds, very prudent with their.
They
don't waste their money.
You know, when was the last time City spent big? I think Grealish was the last big one.
Yeah,
you know,
100 mil.
After that, they bought smart. Alvarez was like 30 mil, 20 mil or something. And
look at what he's doing now.
But the thing is, you see that Alvarez, and Jay will know this. You see with Alvarez was on Ralph's recommendation list.
Yeah,
but he was one of the guys. He said, "Yeah, Julian Alvarez." Everyone's like, "Who? Julian Alvarez." So when Ralph was talking, everyone was like, "This brother's an idiot." Nah, brother. You knew what he's chatting about, man.
And we got Ralph is just not a football coach. Ralph is not a coach.
Yeah, and Jason, I think he knew that. This is why he did the dossier. Because he knew that.
That's what you said all along, D. You were saying that he's not a coach. He should go upstairs.
But that's his job, Chile. That's his job.
We knew this because he was only brought him interim whilst you were sorting out the main man.
That's right.
The board somewhere in your management fumbled that agreement because you see, if you get Ralph upstairs, Man United will be run like a football club rather than a business.
Yeah, but it was Richard Arnold and them, man, because them man would have lost their jobs.
And Ten Hag.
I'm not convinced it was Ten Hag, you know. I'm not convinced.
Ten Hag didn't want to work with him.
I think it's Richard Arnold and them guys. Yeah, but Ten Hag
wanted to pick his own players. And if he has Rangnick there, he can't. Well, he can. That's why we got all these stupid players that always play for him and they can't play.
What I heard Ten Hag say, and I'll find the video in the chat for you later, I'll send it. But Ten Hag was saying it's 50% me and 50% the club.
Yeah,
so Mason Mount was the club's buy. But he's worked with him, so he kind of signed it off. So whereas someone like Anthony was his buy, and so on and so forth. You know, so
is that why getting all that game time and Mount's not?
But
Anthony's his guy. Anthony's his guy. Alana's his guy. Amrabat's his guy. Lissandro's his guy. Everyone he signed.
I don't think Casemiro is his guy because he was De Jong. He
doesn't. Because he never wanted Kaz. Kaz was like I think Kaz was like the backlash of not getting De Jong. Remember how long we chased De Jong for?
De Jong's the guy. De Jong was the guy he wanted. De Jong was the guy he wanted. They was obsessed with getting De Jong, and you can see why.
There was something, even with the Kane thing, there was something that I heard that United put the feelers out, and Daniel Levy just wasn't interested to let him come to United. So I'm not even sure if we'd have dropped the 100 mil, if Daniel would have signed off on it. I think the owners would have.
I think he would. Daniel's all about money, man.
But it's selling to a rival, though, isn't it?
I think that was the thing. And I mean, even.
Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say with Levy, I think, you know, the fact that he did go to a rival, but then the hierarchy above him were like, you know what? If we're getting 100 mil for this guy,
right?
Let's just override what Daniel's saying and sell this guy. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, you know, Bayern Munich kind of sort of came in there, but Bayern Munich came with silly money. Like they were like offering, and Levy said, "No way." You know what I mean? He's worth more than that.
They said like 65, I think they're.
Yeah, something like that, something crazy, something.
How much did he go for in the end?
I think he went for about
100. It was just under 100, but with add-ons, it'll take it.
But that was euros.
Pounds or euros?
Not pounds.
Euros.
Yeah, euros.
100 million euros. So you should have just done that. You're like, bro, you don't have to move home. You can use the company helicopter.
Asher's in the building.
You can get free season out of it.
A message for Ez.
Anytime. Ash, home and away, mate. Anytime.
He's not trolling. He's not trolling.
I think you might want to revise that statement. When was the last time you beat us? I don't even remember when you last beat us.
The 3 points. You got a whole song for 3 points lane, Chili. 3 points lane. Yeah.
You can call it what you want, but you're like you said that Tottenham are irrelevant. You are irrelevant to us. We're not interested in you. You lot hype yourselves up for this game. And
what? Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
Our game's against Arsenal. We dislike West Ham more than you. You're nobody. You're a 20-year-old team.
Chili, let's be honest. Let's be honest now. Let's be honest about this, yeah? Chelsea, let me tell you something.
The biggest game is Arsenal and then West Ham for Tottenham.
I'm so sorry we've gone back here, gents. Yeah, but Chili, let me make it clear. Chelsea and Tottenham hate each other. Yeah, I know you hate us because it's a
you hate us. You hate us. We don't even really think about you.
2 hours.
Well, do you think we hate you more than Arsenal?
Not true.
Do you think we hate you more than Arsenal?
I think it's equal.
No, it's not.
You talk to your fans, because that's your opinion. Your fans were on my phone for 2 hours telling me about this derby and telling me, you go talk to Expressions. Did you see the post he put up before the match? Listen,
ask Expressions who he would rather beat and who he would rather lose to. It's Arsenal. Listen. It's not even a conversation. I don't know how you can even bring it up. You're insignificant to us. No, we dislike Arsenal and then West Ham.
I believe that. I believe that. I think likewise, Arsenal's insignificant to us. We don't actually see that as a derby. Arsenal, really, it is a bit, but
exactly. It's the same city, but you're
it's nowhere as fierce as Tottenham. But the history between Tottenham and Chelsea, if you look at it, Chili, as I said, one of your fans on my phone for 2 hours telling me about this fixture. Yeah. And Chelsea literally come out to every game. We could be playing Portsmouth FC and we're singing "We Hate Tottenham." That's how I'm telling you. It is.
See, and that's what we do with Arsenal. It doesn't matter who we're playing. It's stand up if you hate Arsenal. No matter who we're playing.
Same thing. It doesn't matter who we're playing. We'll say the same thing. But I think when it comes to like West Ham, Chelsea. The Chelsea, the West Ham, and the Arsenal, we all hate Tottenham. So, you know.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, when it comes to Tottenham,
you can all hate us. We don't care.
But one thing I would say, though, is just with regards to going back to the game quickly, it looks convincing on paper where, Chelsea has put past Tottenham. And obviously, we talked about the naivety and suicidal football. And as Chili said, listen, that is the identity of who and football is, and that's how we're going to play. And as Jason said,
the man said, if we've got 5 players, we attack.
Yeah.
All right.
I know that. But as I like to remind you, you're not playing in the Scottish Premier League now. This is the Premier League now. Yeah, you could go and beat Rangers and beat Ross County or wherever they are, yeah, right? With 5 men or whatever.
Man United.
Come on now. But what I would say though,
hang on, did we beat Liverpool and Man United? Yes, we did, and we drew with you.
Right. What I would just want us to say with regards to
so you can talk about the Scottish League, but he's doing it here. Okay, I don't know about going forward now. We're in big trouble now.
Let me just come up and just say about Nicholas Jackson, and obviously, getting his hat-trick against you guys, and what is actually
that hurt me more than the actual result is. I think it hurt a lot. I think it hurt a lot. I think it hurt a lot of him after I've been calling.
It's so bad. Jermaine Jackson, isn't it?
It's choking.
It was looking like Jermaine Jackson, mate.
What I want to say though is that now Nicholas Jackson has got more GA than Anthony as for Man United from last season. Yeah, that's five goals. GA.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean after this game, he probably won't score again. And what is actually amazing? It sounds bad, but it was one of the worst hat-tricks. And I'll say the reason why I say that is because this guy, I don't know how many chances Nicholas Jackson needs.
He should have had 6.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. And you've got Chelsea fans coming out, and you said it as well, Ez. You said it as well. Chelsea fans coming out and saying they still didn't enjoy that game, even though you.
No. Let's get it right. The only thing I enjoyed about that game was beating Spurs and being the first to beat them at home as well. Their home. Yeah, that was the only good thing about that game. The way the scoreline was and the reality of that 90 minutes. In fact, it was almost more than 90 minutes. The ball was only in play for 47 minutes the whole game.
I heard it was 43 minutes.
43 minutes. Yeah. That's the only amount of time the ball was in play because of the amount of stoppages, yeah? Look, that game was horrible to watch. And listen, but I will say this as well to everyone.
Why are they calling it? Sorry, Ez. Why are they calling it the best game ever? One of the best games ever.
Do you know what it is? It was
because of Tottenham, Jay. Because of Tottenham, that's why.
It's just a drama. 2 red cards, just the mad high line nonsense. It was.
Did you watch the build up when they were saying? Ez, did you watch a build up when they were talking about Battle of the Bridge? And I'll say you ain't seeing another game like that.
Hey, no, that was the most bizarre thing.
No, I will give it that Tottenham Chelsea games are normally good physical games.
They are definitely.
And
I don't know if you guys remember. Do you remember last year, Chile, when Tuchel and Conte done the mad handshake?
Yeah,
and they almost each other's arms. Always kicks off Chelsea. Tottenham.
No.
But what I mean,
listen.
On live, I will say it here. Chelsea are not even better than Brentford, so I'm glad to get a result. I'm glad they're not better than Brentford. They're not.
We couldn't beat Brentford. We drew with Brentford.
But the thing is, there was a lot of what I would say in that game, though. I mean, for the first 20 minutes of that game, right, I thought Tottenham were going to blow Chelsea away.
Absolutely.
I was worried.
In 5 minutes.
I thought, that's it. It's all over now. Because the way and the pace that you guys were playing at, and then all of a sudden, Romeo kicks out. I don't know if it should have been a red card. Some people saying it was petulant more than violent conduct. But at the end of the day, something like that happened to David Beckham. Yeah, and what happened? He gets sent off in the World Cup. Yeah, Romero is just too hot-headed. And the other mad thing about it, man tried to break the next man's leg. Right, teammate, his countryman. That guy has lost it, Chile. Yeah, this guy has his bozo moments. He has his bozo moments, and I think he cost you the game.
Yeah, but if you look at that game, right, if Tottenham's second goal stood, do you think they would have been playing that reckless? I don't think they would have. I think they got frustrated very quickly in the game. Yeah, and even that second goal, that could have gone out of the way on another day. That goal's given as well. Mm-hmm. So it a lot of times it is about moments, and then the after reaction after the moment doesn't go your way. Then you saw the recklessness, because you were thinking that before, when both of them should have gone and they stayed on the pitch, because the ref was thinking, I don't want to get lynched here, so let me warn them. But then once I did it again, then that was it. That's curtains.
The Ndougi challenge, you think that was a red card? Should it have been a red card? And also the challenge from Reece James was the elbow in I can't remember his thing. Again, some people were saying that he should have gone as well. Do you know what I mean?
He should have elbowing people.
But you don't
get the forearm smashed.
You try to jump without putting your elbows in the sky. Let me see. I would love to see that. You try to jump without
but you can't put it in the man's face. Nah, when I saw it, I said that's not a red. I would have given that as a red.
The thing is as well, if you see when he looked over to the linesman, because he thinks he's gone for that, he actually knew that was a bit naughty.
It was a little bit naughty, but I wouldn't send him off for it. Maybe a yellow. I wouldn't have sent him off. Listen, I think that the referee got most things right. We're not Arsenal and we're not Liverpool. We're not looking for rematches or saying what a disgrace it is.
Bro, let me just say this. Let me just it's clear. Arsenal did not ask for a rematch. They just wanted answers, and let's come on to that.
He just went on there crying about how embarrassing it is for the league.
Listen, let's come on to that, right? Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville.
Have you got punishment for that?
Let me land. Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville at the moment, we don't know. Right, we're critical, calling out Arsenal about them writing an answer to the PGMO and wanting to know about the VAR, the disastrous weekend that they had. Do you think that Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher have a point about saying that what Arsenal are setting a dangerous precedent in terms of saying to the PGL to want answers concerning the situation with Newcastle? Arsenal losing 1-0. And listen, let me say this now. I'm not putting down. We wasn't good. I would say that game would have been. I would have said a draw would have been the result. Yeah, a 0-0 draw. Yeah. The situation has happened where they've looked at 3 situations: the ball possibly going out, the offside decision, also an handball decision. Handball decision, offside. Going up. There's about 4, and the push on Gabriel Magalhaes. Now, my thing is, like, at the end of that, I'm not blaming. Am I blaming them? I'm blaming them because maybe they came to the wrong result in terms of giving the goal to Newcastle. I mean, Ian Wright was quite outspoken about the whole situation, and I think he where was it? Let's find it. He was on Match of the Day was saying that this is a complete joke. Is it all just guesswork now? Is it just guessing game now? Or I think he was talking with Dermot Gallagher. Is this all guesswork? And for me, but so if you look at this image here, right? Okay, can you see that image there? Right, you got Bruno Guimaraes jumping. All right, Gabriel Magalhaes is trying to head ball, and he's being pushed in the back. And as Wright's come out and says, "Bro, I'm done with people saying this is not a foul." Yeah, when you look at that, are you telling me that's not a foul?
Look at a still.
No,
it's not a foul.
No. Don't talk to me about you can't look at. Don't talk to me about you can't look at a still. So why is it that them mans go over to the VAR thing and
that's wrong too. They shouldn't be looking at stills on the VAR team.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say at this point, this is not a VAR picture. This is where it was captured from behind the goal.
Yeah.
And we're saying, did Bruno Guimaraes push? Dermot Gallagher came out and said that is a foul. So of the four decisions that they made, right, the ball going out, you can't. It's subjective because you only see it from one angle. Now, I prepared. Newcastle will be our biggest rivals as we dislike them so much. We are not worried about Tottenham anymore. That's from
wow.
Let's not forget Havertz's challenge.
Whatever.
That's not true. Havertz's challenge. Yeah, that could have been a possible red. Then he could have gone for a second challenge in the second half. And I think that's the Bruno Guimaraes. Next question. The Bruno Guimaraes, where he's run past and
he's gone for that. He's gone for that.
Come on, man. Come on. So I think Arteta has a point. I mean, listen, if it happened to your players, you're telling me that you're not going to mow.
Right,
I'm sorry. Listen, at the end of the day, the manager.
Listen, Norman, how
come? Let me land. You've had your time.
It's either a conspiracy against Arsenal, or you just complain about everything.
Listen. And Podskolascu, whatever his name is, the Aussie bloke, whatever, Don't tell me about, I don't care how far. Let the decision. So why did he get a yellow card in that game? Why did he get a yellow card? Please?
Why did who? Ange?
Yeah, why did he get a yellow card?
They said that he come out of his technical area chatting.
Well, exactly. He should not have a problem with the linesman or the officials. Let them play their games.
He didn't complain about them.
It doesn't matter. He got a yellow card.
I'm telling you now. Like what Arsenal fans tend to say is that there's a conspiracy against Arsenal. Right. So
there's a conspiracy against Arsenal. There's a conspiracy against Man United. Week after week, the decisions. Okay. Hold on, right?
There's something I found on. There's something I found on ESPN, right, about this with Man United, right? And they're saying that this is a conducted study of how VAR has positively or negatively affected Premier League teams this far this season, and studies show that VAR has been more prudent against Man United than any other side. We're actually in the -4 in decisions for us in VAR.
Right.
I saw
So
-5. I saw -5. I saw -5 and 1. And then
I don't hear Ten Hag coming out and crying after every match about VAR. I only hear that from Arsenal.
Listen,
that's the only team in the league.
Listen. Ten Hag has come out crying about certain decisions. Listen, this is just about the VAR decision, and VAR is a mockery.
Yeah, the study is VAR on.
Yeah, but that's what he's saying. They've had negative form.
VAR is a mockery for the whole game. The people
Arsenal's on plus on that study.
There you go.
1.
I'm saying, but I'm just saying, there you go. But I'm just still saying that VAR is the way VAR is being used.
At the end of the day, if you're a coach, if you're a coach in the Premier League, in fact, any league that's got VAR and you're a top 6 side, you need to tell your players now to not rely on VAR. Go and win that game outright.
Yeah,
because you cannot rely on these. The referee is the 12th player. The VAR is the 12th player for the other side. If you go with that mentality from the beginning, you make sure you go 2 and 3 goals ahead before any decision can even go.
And you have a massive point there, Ez. The problem is, right, in that game, when we thought the ball went out, if you could look at this image here, there's 2 images here. Yeah. So when you look at that image, right, the image below, they ruled it and said out, no goal. You can see clearly from that picture, because that's the only angle that they had in the Man United game against Brighton, that the ball was in.
Yeah, I think that's in. You can even see the shadow of it.
Right. Yeah. And then they've only got one angle with the Arsenal. So what I'm trying to say is the disparity between the two in terms of they don't. It's so subjective. Because when you look at that,
but it's also normal.
I don't understand why they haven't got a camera
I get that,
in the post coming down the line or in the corner flag going.
That's
down
what they
the
should
line.
do. They should have the goal line technology or whatever it is.
Do you know what I should be more angry at? Let me break this down to what you can control. You can't control VAR. Arteta should be more angry that they were switched on to chase that ball right out until it was.
They should be angry at that. I was angry at that.
To see that ball go out. Because that player had all the time to recover that. And no one else. Everyone, do you know what I mean? So I get it. This is ref watch and we're focusing on that. But on the way he was angry and going mad at the end, he should also show the same energy to the fact that
bro,
yes.
Right, guys. Let me just explain this image. Let me just explain this image. S, you made a very brilliant point. We switched off. Play to the whistle.
That's
right, because the man had time to run out. White just looked at him. The ball comes in. Flapper Ansky rear comes out, misses the ball, and this has caused a problem. Close him down. Don't give him that opportunity for this to go to this VAR situation. So anyway, I decided to take my son's ball and put it on the carpet. Now I've taken a picture, of the ball at this angle, and as you notice that where the white line. The white arrow pointed at the line. Right now, check out the next image. Right? I've not moved the ball. Right. That is obviously in.
Oh, I've just got what line you're looking at. Okay.
You understand what I'm trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that the problem is that the Premier League and FA, they've got enough money to have different cameras to show us. Why show us that angle?
Wait.
It causes a conversation.
From the footage that Jason sent in the chat, there was 89 cameras, and they only got that angle. There's 89 cameras.
Now, let me just say that in that thing that Jason said, we don't know whether it's true or not. Apparently, it's meant to be a skit, but I tell you what, it sounded like a proper reality. It sounded real. But as you can see, from my experiment, you can see that the ball is in. But they only had one angle. They only had one camera angle. So it gives you the optical illusion that when you see it from the angle, when Willett picked it up, it looked like the ball was out. I even said it because when the camera was pointed at them, I said the ball is out. But then our player stopped. And I'm like, what's going on?
Play to the whistle as well, though, Norman. There's that as well. People were saying you got to play to the whistle as well.
Yeah, exactly.
No, 100%. 100%.
And that's in any sport, isn't it? That's in any sport. There's always a continuation.
Listen, I've seen man get subbed off for not playing for the Whistlewood Academy, brother. It's one of them ones. You just can't. You can't. And the way Arteta was carrying on, there were several mistakes before the VAR stuff. You know what I mean? Raya needs to be spoken about.
Oh,
you dropped Ramsdale. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Ramsdale's the answer, but you
Ramsdale,
and they're not miles apart. They're not miles apart.
No, they're not. And you have to look at that to even say why did he even go down that road of bringing in.
He's just trying to be cute. He's just trying to be cute. That's all.
But you know what?
Trying to be cute.
But looking at this, right? I don't think you got any fan would disagree that this goal or the consistency of all the stuff that happened in this goal, how wrong it was, right? I don't think anyone's going to disagree with that. My biggest issue is though, like, I can't stand managers, and Arteta's one of them. When it goes against you or for you, when it goes for you, we've got to respect the managers. We've got to respect the referees. We've got to respect the decisions of the. But when it goes against you, you want to come out writing, and then Arsenal putting out statement. Like, come on, man.
Listen, there are some. What I was going to say, Jay. What I would say, there are some managers that are a little bit emotionally strong, like Klopp, like Arteta. Yeah, they're gonna wear their heart on their sleeve in that sense, and maybe, I mean, some commentators came out. Hold on a minute. Some commentators come out and said like, it's nice drama. It's drama for TV. You know what I mean? That what he come out and said. He come out and said, listen, I'm gonna call it as it is, and that's what he's decided to do. Yeah. Some managers decide, you know what, I'm not gonna give it the large or the big one or whatever. Yeah. I mean, there's been numerous amount of managers that have been got a ticket off or got banned or got fined for saying things against the managers. Yeah. Arteta's just chosen. And you know what I think it is? You know what I think it is down to? I think Arteta knows the pressure is on because he knows last season we should have done the business and we didn't. And he knows what is in terms of what the situation is with Man City. Because I'm telling you now, if Man City get a foothold and they start to motor, forget it. Yeah, we're all fighting for second, third, and fourth.
Agree. I got no sympathy for these managers. I haven't, because it's just like it's just like fans. You always remember what didn't go your way.
Yeah,
and you conveniently forget about all the stuff that has gone your way.
Yeah. No, absolutely. You're right.
And
as much as a United fan, like, this season has been a joke. But the reality is, I can think back before VAR on some things that we got right. I mean, I can look at Chile just come on the thing. I can think about that goal that Tottenham scored at Old Trafford that time.
Mendes.
I remember that.
Mendes,
I remember that goal. The man literally took it. Listen, the
man took it out the goal.
He took it out
the goal.
Yeah.
And they classed that.
But then that happens. But with VAR, people expect it to be 100% accurate and perfect and definitive every single time, and it won't be.
But
if you think about it, Chile, right? The only way it will get as good as perfect if they put it onto artificial intelligence, and then everyone's going to say, "No, we're not having that. We're not having that. We still need the human element."
Is that true, D? Because I don't hear, and maybe it's just me, but I don't hear this level of debate across any other of the top leagues. Yeah, it's just the Premier League. I don't hear anything.
You know what? Because there's a lot. You know what it is, though? I think because of the stature of the Premier League and the amount of people watching it, I think it's just the fact that there's a lot at stake. Do you know what I'm saying?
No,
there's a lot at stake.
The World Cup. I didn't hear this level of scrutiny. The World Cup, no more scrutiny than the World Cup, and I didn't see this amount of errors.
The technology at the World Cup is actually an upgrade on what we've got, but we haven't opted in.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
we haven't opted in for it. They've even got the 3D sort of images of where players
are. Why don't Premier League use that?
That's a big conversation. Why are we not opted in for that? Because even when it comes to offsides and things, you literally cannot get it out.
Well, I think the problem you're going to have, though, guys, is that maybe if they upgrade that system, that the clubs are going to have to chip in on that. And certain clubs are going to say, well, at the moment, we can't afford to chip in on that technology to be
They got a choice.
installed in our ground.
They make them things man. It's like when a team comes up to the Premier League, it's mandatory.
Mandatory to do certain things,
It's mandatory that they have goal line technology. It's mandatory. So,
but that's why it wouldn't be fair, though, Jay. It wouldn't be fair on Luton that they've just paid out all that to get the VAR and then say that they've got to pay out again now.
They should have done it at the start of the season, Chili.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
No, that's when they did do it. Don't you remember? They did have no home games because their stadium weren't ready.
I know you, but what I'm saying is they needed to, like, at the start of every season, you upgrade the system.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, they should have. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So sorry, I misunderstood.
So then Luton come in on the latest technology.
Yeah.
That's what it should be like.
Yeah, no.
So we should be using. They say we've got the best players, the best team, and the best league, but we haven't got the best VAR. What's that all about?
Yeah.
And the managers as well. You know what I mean? The actual technology itself, there's nothing wrong with the technology. It's the people operating, as we've always said on this show. It's the people that's operating it. And they need, it's like they have to, it's almost like people who said it on the show, it's almost like it needs another reset again. It's,
they've got
every year we're having the same, and it seems to be getting worse. That's the worst thing about it. It seems to be getting worse. It's getting worse. Not only is it getting worse, the time it takes now, that decision for the Newcastle goal, 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
But look, you just showed an image, Norms, of the push on, was it Gabriel Magalhaes? Now you tell me, to me, that was much more of a foul than the one Højlund did on whoever it was against Man City.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. This is where the subjectivity comes in. It's just like I don't get it.
Sorry, for the Gabriel one, I looked at that loads of times because Nels was obviously mad at it, and I had to try and walk her through it. Yeah, so I went back. The truth is, Gabriel does go to head that ball, and he launches himself at it. Yeah. So even though, what's his name, Joe Linton's hands are on him, I think the referee's view is, well, he's launched himself at it anyway. He's always going to go in that forward motion, whether he's touched or not. He's thrown himself at that ball, and whether he's helped along or not, he's always going to go to the ground. So it's different if you push to ground, and it's like if that. So in other words, if you take Joe Linton out of that picture, does this man go to the floor? Yes or no? Yes. So
but I guess it does that push change the trajectory? Does it change the speed in which he goes to the floor? And those are, so maybe this is where I'll come into that. Oh, well, this is the thing, right? But check this out, right? So against who is it? Fulham at the weekend.
Yep.
Manchester United got that goal disallowed, right? And they got it disallowed because they said it was a subjective. Now, you guys know a bit more about football than I do, because I'd never heard of subjective offside. Right?
Yeah, that's nonsense, Jay.
That's what I'm talking about. It's guesswork. There's too much
guesswork.
That
was absolute nonsense, Jay.
It's all I've ever seen, right? Is they draw the line for offside, and it's offside or it's not offside. Right?
Exactly.
It doesn't go to the referee. The referee has no input on that. The line gets drawn. VAR says it's onside, or they say it's offside. This time they sent the man to the screen. To check the screen, because it's a subjective offside. Because they want to know whether Maguire launching himself for the ball could have impacted the defender's ability.
On, this is what
it was nonsense, Jay.
This is what nonsense.
Even when they were talking about it, the commentary team were kind of like, that has to stand, right? And I knew from the time they said that has to stand, I knew they were going to disallow the goal.
When they send the referee to the monitor,
they're
telling the referee you've made a mistake.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's what they do. You've made a mistake. So then the referee always changes.
Because what it did as well, Jay, it killed the momentum of the game for us. Because I think we're already fragile without getting blatantly good goals disallowed. And so it's like you're trying to get a team to get into some kind of just be a bit more fluid. But then if you're getting mugged off like that, like I say, they said our net rejection is -5 this season, and we got a -4 goal difference, something like that. So straight away, that's like we're getting mugged off. At least we would be +1 in a goal difference now if them goals that have been allowed stood. So
and
you start looking at it and saying,
do you know what it is? It's not even just a Man United thing in this instance, right?
Yeah,
I'm just thinking it of I can't stand the inconsistency. It's like they're making it up on the spot.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Right, it's like you're making things up on the spot. In one game, that's a penalty. In another game, the same thing's not a penalty. And it's gone to VAR, and VAR making two different decisions.
Yeah.
But
One ball's over the line, one ball's not over the line. It's going to VAR. You're making two different decisions.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, this is an analogy that I gave. You see, like when I lived in America, the crime I committed, if I commit a crime in Florida, commit the same crime in New York, in the same country, I probably get more sentence in Florida than I would in New York, or vice versa. Where in this country, you're hoping that when something happens crime-wise, no matter where you live, it's a crime you committed. And I think that's how VAR has become, where depending on the situation and the manager and the VAR team, then it's not as bad as we all think it is watching it live. But the next week, that's a penalty. You're like, hold on.
But then we might as well go back to the point. You might as well go back to the stage where you don't have VAR.
Just shut it down and go back to linesman.
Yeah. It's just taking too. It's becoming too much of a talking point. It's becoming too much of a talking point. And as you said, Jay, with the Hoyland situation and Rodri going down, he hardly touched him.
That's a penalty.
That's what I'm trying to say.
There's five games.
What I'm trying to say, so the level of the contact with Hoyland and Rodri, and they look at the contact of Joe Linton. He's got his hands on the back of his neck and he's pushing him.
Yeah.
So I know what you're saying is that when he's going to head the ball, he's taking him down. But at the end of the day, let's put his hands on him. So this is where the inconsistency is, and you know.
Yeah, but has he put his hands on him or has he pushed him? There's a difference.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I've shown you a still
that's
shot.
Why I said to you that he dived. That's what Ez was saying. He was going down before his hands were on him.
But then there's the subjective foul. Does that come into play?
No, but that's where the referee needs to use it.
That's what I'm saying. You can put your hands on someone. You can be playing. You can be going for the ball and have your hands on someone's back, and you're not fouling them.
Yeah,
but
this is a contact sport. If that's basketball, that's a foul. Yeah, but this is football, and you can touch an opponent. As long as what you've done has not changed the
impacted. That's not impacted.
So what Jason is saying, yes, it's subjective, and with football, that's where the referee needs to use their common sense of what's happened, but not just is his hands on him. Has he pushed him?
Okay, in that game, that same game, in that Man City same game, I brought up last week, right?
Yeah,
where or the week before, where Hoyland, I said, hardly touched Rodri, and he went down like a sack of potatoes.
They've got that wrong.
And then in that same game, you've got Harry Maguire wrapping his arms.
Exactly.
I say it depends to do that. You know, what are you doing?
Harry Maguire does it every game.
Yeah, he does. He's done it for years.
Because he's flat-footed, guys. He's flat-footed. That's why he does it.
And you see,
he has no choice but to do it.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, regardless of whether he has a choice or not to do it, what I'm trying to say, that is more of a foul than.
That's what I'm saying, Norm.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
because this comes full circle. Because I think what you're saying about the consistency in that Gabriel situation, I think the refs got it right personally. But generally, if you're looking at what's more of a foul, the Hoyland versus, then the consistency isn't there. They haven't made. I think they've got to really get these refs in a room and get them.
How many times?
They must be in the room.
This is going on. This going on here.
They must be in the room. They're full-time employees. So they've got to be in the room.
You'd hope so.
They have to come. They have to sit. Listen, I'm sure, like in workplace, every now and again you'll have team meetings. I'm sure to review. Look at stats, look at figures, and whatever. Say like we could do things better. I'm sure these referees will meet up together, probably in the pub. Half drunk out their heads. That's how they make the decisions. But that's how it feels. And we're talking about this again. And Dee said this right at the start of the season, when the situation that happened with Onana and the PGMOL came out and said actually it was a penalty. Dean said you're going to see more of this, and it's literally just exponentially
every single week.
Every single week, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And we're gonna, VAR seems to dominate more than the actual game itself. Do you know what I mean? You can't even enjoy a game. You can't even enjoy somebody scoring a wicked goal. I mean, the Dyer goal was absolutely brilliant. You know what I mean? As much as you can't stand him, but he was offside. But they were trying to work they were looking to see if it come off. If it come off the other.
Out and argue.
No, I know that. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, as soon as that happens, because if there wasn't VAR there, the linesman has put his flag up and he's called it offside. But they have to then go to VAR.
What would the score have been without VAR the other day? What would the score have been if VAR wasn't there?
What
you're talking about with the Newcastle game?
No, the Tottenham-Chelsea game.
Tottenham-Chelsea.
Who knows? There was 5 goals that were There was 5 goals that were disallowed.
I think Chelsea would still have won it.
Yeah, we've had the ball in the net like 3 times. Sterling had ball, Jackson twice, I think.
But some people saying that.
We had it twice. So that would should have
They were saying that Sterling should have gone off for diving. That's what some people were saying.
Diving?
Yeah. When he went down,
he should have got booked for that.
You get sent off for diving.
He didn't appeal. He fell to the floor, but he didn't turn around and go ref. That's not diving.
No. What I'm trying to say is that's that. I didn't say that. I'm just saying this is what some Tottenham fans are saying.
I think we need to define what a dive is. So a dive is when you go to ground on purpose looking for a pen. He fell to the floor and got up. He got up.
And he didn't actually make any noise about the whole thing.
Why did he fall to the floor?
Yeah, because he tripped. He's running at full pace in your box.
On what on the grass?
He's
a professional athlete and he was running and just tripped.
We're saying that we've never seen.
No, listen, he tripped on his fat wallet. That's what he did.
You never see professional athletes go to the floor, Chili.
Yeah, but he tripped on his wallet, guys.
He dived. He didn't appeal it, but he did dive, and he should have got
the yellow card when you're looking for it.
He shouldn't have got sent off for that. I think that, like I said, I think the ref got most things, if not everything, right.
I reckon so. Yeah.
Okay, let me just come on to this last thing. Yeah, boys.
Oh, who's that? Oh, Chile.
Listen,
where did you get 3 points from?
D?
Huh?
Where did you get 3?
Remember, yeah, Chile was on a little bit of a run.
I'm looking at the wrong way around. Yeah.
So as you can see, this is the actually.
With the Blues normally, you got the Blues and 2s up, mate.
Yeah, I've now gone to second place. I've overtaken Big D.
Man.
On Chile's coattail. Ez, obviously, if that score had stayed, had stayed at 2-1. Yeah.
I did say that. I did say that.
You know what I mean? And then Kofi getting a point, Big D getting a point, I got a point, and Ez didn't get a point because obviously his team got battered down the lane. All right, so that is the table for this week. I think I don't know if D wants to just quickly share the if D wants to quickly share. I didn't go through. I didn't go through the Prem games. I mean, Liverpool drew with Luton. That was a bit of a shocker, but I was really glad for Diaz getting the goal because obviously his father, still haven't released his father yet. I'm just hoping that everything does work out for him. So there was a couple of games, over the weekend. That was an interesting one, a 1-1 draw with Luton. They done well, just couldn't hold out, and they got the goal in the equaliser in the injury time. So D's just going to do a quick shout out for the Fantasy League, what's going on Fantasy League, and we will call it a night because my game starts in 5 minutes.
5 minutes. We have as you can see, we have a change of leadership with
Andy's just got in here. He's a joker, Andy's a joker.
Yeah, with Mr. Connolly doing the thing there. So 665. And then you can see Kofi moving up into 4th. You can see who else moved up. Ed's moved up, so did Scott.
Terrible week, innit? These are some low scores, man. 40.
Yeah. It wasn't a great week. I think
hard week.
I think our highest was
because Haaland didn't do anything and everyone captains him.
I triple captained him.
No.
Yes. And look at the score. Look at the score. 6-0.
6-1. It was 6-1. And let me just say this quickly, guys.
When I saw that score line, I said, yeah, he must have got a bag of points. And when I looked, I couldn't believe it that he didn't get nothing.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, but he subbed him at half time.
Yeah, apparently had an ankle injury. Yeah, but he's all right because he scored 2 goals yesterday in the Champions League. But Doku, let me just say this now. Doku.
Man like Doku, you know.
Man like Doku. Yeah. 1 goal, 4 assists. Ridiculous.
Yes, that's wild.
Can I just ask this quick question, guys? Is Grealish's position on that left-hand side now, you think that Doku hasn't established that position?
Doku could play both sides, and they're the only 2 wingers in the club. Natural wingers.
Yeah, natural wingers,
Natural wingers. Because you got Foden, but he's not a winger, but he can do a job. Same for Bernardo Silva, not a winger, but can do a job. Right. But them 2, and Doku can play both sides. So as soon as...
Some people are even rating him as one of the best dribblers in Europe.
Oh, stop it.
That's what people are saying. I'm not...
He's 21. He's too early.
He does 2 seasons. Very good. But like you were saying about our players, we've just seen a small snapshot of him. You've got to say a lot more.
Yeah, if he keeps this up for a couple of seasons, then we can talk.
Fellas, I'm out of here, man. I'll check you.
I've got to run. We're finishing now. We're finishing now. Just quickly, D, how's Malcolm X getting on?
Malcolm X, she outscored me. she had 41 points this week. She moved up to 13th. So she's doing all right. So she just under Andy, and then me and Andy just stayed stationary on 11 and 12, man. Wow. So big up Ez, big up Kofi. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, people. So it's still early doors, but we'll see.
Yeah, still early doors. But listen, people, please hit that like button, subscribe, and share if you're new. Guys, get your predictions in. And I think he's already got in there with a Man City 3. Is Man City playing Tottenham or Chelsea?
Chelsea.
He's got Man City 3, Chelsea. Man City 3, Chelsea 0. And is Chelsea playing at home or away?
Chelsea are at home.
Chelsea at home.
This is the first time in about 4 weeks. I don't think I'm going to put on Chelsea this time. Reality has to kick in. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've seen what they did to Bournemouth last week. I'm not involved in that. Not involved in that.
But you got the result right with Chelsea this week.
It was close.
But the thing is, at 2-1. Ez, just quickly before we go, at 2-1, and I know it's 9-man Tottenham, and was you thinking about the what's going on Premier League prediction table? You're thinking,
I was, and I said to myself, I don't trust these guys at 2-1 because did you see Dyer volley that into the net? No. Go and get me another one. Go and get me. I don't trust these guys.
So you was happy. You was happy to give up the 3 points and just say
give up I'll stay at the bottom of this table. You don't need 3 points this week.
Yeah,
in real life. You know what I mean?
I don't know who I'm going to pick this week. I might go for my team. I've gone for them for a long time because we're playing Burnley.
What do you mean, Mike? You're playing Burnley, Norms.
I know that, but what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to work out because I don't know if I can overtake Chile. That's the thing. I'm gunning for him. You understand? I'm gunning for Chile.
Overtake who?
Yeah. Right. So the only good thing here is that Chile's been consistent throughout. He overtook D earlier on in the league now, and can he stay top? Because obviously now his team and now drop down to second place. Will we emulate this next week? Will Arsenal go top? And I don't mean in the Premier League. I mean on the what's going on predictor table. Can I go top next week? I will go for Arsenal, but I don't know what score. Unless somebody's going to be horrible and go and put it in. But hopefully, I'm going to go for Arsenal.
Who are they playing?
We've got Burnley at home.
Yeah. I've done. Well, you see, I've just done 2-1 Luton. I think Luton will give us a hard game.
No way.
They've just got guts about them, mate.
Hold on a minute. You're going against your team.
No. It's got
No.
No.
2-1 United.
It's the way you said it. It's the way you
I was
said
going
it.
to say.
No. 2-1 United.
Yeah,
No, because if you say they're hard against Liverpool, they're not afraid to give it a go against a big team.
And I'll tell you one thing they got pace in their side.
Yeah.
They've got pace to kill.
Yeah,
So
they've
I'm
got
going to be
some
a little
brothers that
bit
can
worried.
move,
You've got to
man.
be a little bit worried about Maguire.
Maguire,
Varane.
Delo. He's not playing Varane, no Norm.
Is he playing
You know
it?
what I
Just
mean?
quickly.
Is he playing him tonight? I don't even know if he's playing tonight.
Yeah, just be
I'm just
interested to
checking
know.
now.
Be interested to know.
Does he start tonight? Does Varane start? Hold on. Line up. Come on, click on. No, he's gone with Evans and Maguire again.
Wow, he's really
Listen,
trying
I
to build
kid
that
you not.
What I would say tonight,
There's
Dean,
definitely a fallout there, Norm.
yeah,
with
definitely.
Varane, there's definitely
What
a
I would say
fallout.
tonight, this is a massive game for you because if you lose this game tonight, you're pretty much out. I know
And-
there's still
Bill
permutations
Mason
in
again.
terms of it. Eh?
No, he's playing Rashford on the right rather than Mason Mount
Oh my god,
and Garnacho on the left. He's really gambling again tonight, you know, guys.
he is gambling. He's definitely gambling.
And he started. He stopped. And he no Casemiro either. I think,
No,
I
he's
think Kaz
injured.
is
He's injured till
Yeah,
Christmas.
Kaz is injured.
He's
But
injured
then
till
you
Christmas.
think you go Amrabat. He's gone Ericsson and McTominay in midfield,
Mm.
and Bruno in the
McTominay's
10.
smashing it
Wow.
for you, man. He's your best player.
Yeah, but neither him or Ericsson are defensive minded.
Yeah.
We got no CDM in there. You've
Yeah.
got to start Amrabat in that game.
It's going to be a tough game. The atmosphere at Copenhagen is mad. It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's going to be a cauldron there.
I don't
But
know,
listen,
man.
I
He
just
must
hope
know his
Arsenal-
job's on the line, guys. He must know
Yeah.
that his job is on the line.
Yeah,
But
well,
that's what
I'm
he
just
thinks, so-
hoping that Arsenal can do the business tonight. Hopefully, we can. We're playing Sevilla.
They
They don't travel well. So
I think
hopefully.
we just missed the chance. Chanel just shouted just then.
Oh right, okay. Is the game started?
He just started down.
Well, listen.
Didn't it?
People,
All right,
please hit that like button. Subscribe and share if you're new. People,
Yeah.
I'm out of here. Take care and
All right,
God bless.
Norms.
Big up everyone.
Take care, guys.